Alright, hello everyone. So I'm back from my trip and just nice Refraction Railway 4 and Dawn decided to drop on the same day. So yeah, I'm going to have to cover both of them. But Refraction Railway 4 is just super cool. There's a lot of new stuff that they've added in terms of mechanics, and I really can't wait to see what kind of changes this will be for the team comps and stuff. Right, so let's just go on and I'll talk about some of the stuff. So starting off, right, we have the number of nodes already given to us and the shape of the railway. So it's going to be about 13, if I remember correctly, or counted correctly. It's 13 nodes, and if they follow the current refraction railway, we will have 3 rest nodes and then 10 fighting nodes. Yep. So that is going to be how many we're fighting, and this railway is going to be called the Masquerade Railway. The Masquerade Railway, I believe, is just because of one fight over here where you fight some purple enemies. I'll talk about that when we get there. Okay, so the new system that they're doing for the team comp is going to be a backup system. So you can see here we have our typical 6-man team, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 of them. And then after that, we also have 7, 8, and 9. So all of these extra characters here will go into your backup slot. And these numbers below, I translated it and asked some Korean friends to translate for me. Stuff like Do Bal G here is going to be +5 aggro. So reindeer will be getting +5 aggro. And then this over here is, let me go and find it, what? Si Jag Jung Sin Liok is going to be starting spirit. So that is basically your sanity. You get +10 sanity to reindeer, +10 sanity to Rose Banner, and this is Balnun P Hei Leong, which is going to be damage taken -10% and so on. Yep. So all of these little buffs here, I do not know what controls these buffs, but we are getting different buffs onto these different characters here. Starting sanity is actually really nice at the start of the refraction railway, because if they keep the same system where you keep your sanity through every single fight, then the first node will be the one that is very important to get this starting sanity for the team. And then stuff like +2 maximum speed, this one is what it translates to, is could be useful on some of the slower characters. Like maybe if you have LCCB Ishmael, you get a +2 maximum speed that could help your RNG by quite a bit. Then your rerolls won't be as crazy for those super low turns. But yeah, this is really cool system. Maybe it will be some system where, okay, maybe I have 2 low HP on my W Ryoshu and I want to swap it with reindeer, or maybe it's I need to swap in K-Cop Honglu for this one fight, and I happen to have him in my backup, so I get to swap out my Ryoshu and then slap in a K-Cop Honglu or something like that. It could be either or. I'll have to see like what it actually is going to be, but the buff system here has a little bit of potential for some team comp changes and stuff, like LCCB Ishmael fragility setups and Rabbit Heathcliff fragility setups. Like all of those stuff is going to be quite cool if we have something like max speed and starting sanity to just make yourself be able to nuke the boss one turn faster. Alright. Moving on. Okay, so there's a special like Korean dialogue here on Butler Otis as well as these two over here. So this symbol here is Daegi Heije, which is release the standby in Google Translate. But if I asked my Korean friend, it's more towards like the card's ability is enhanced. So I'm guessing that their skills here are being enhanced by something. Maybe it's when your backup buffs trigger and it affects your actual skills. Like for example, for Reindeer Ishmael, maybe when she gets this line on her, she will get that +5 aggro generation and maybe that +10 sanity. I don't know. But essentially something here is being upgraded. It could be any of these skills here getting some bonus stats, or it could be a generating bonus ego resource or something along those lines. Not really too sure. If anyone knows better than me, feel free to just comment below and let me know what the hell is going on here. But this is going to be a new bit of team com building around that we will want to go for. Also, what the hell is happening in this fight? Why are their sanities at -27 and like not 45? Like this has to be some sanity related fight. I wish I could just like unblur this and see what the hell they're fighting here. But yeah, there's also some new coin symbols here. This this is the blue coin and this is the red coin. This is 6, 7, 6, 3, 6. So I guess the 3 and 6 is your actual IDs and this is your backup IDs, is it? So this is your backup Otis, this is your backup other ID or something like that. Or is it a speed? Is it speed? No, no, no. This is Butler Otis is not 8 speed. She's 3 speed, so it's not the speed. No, I really don't know what the hell's going on here. Then, yeah. All right, whatever. We'll find out on the actual day itself. Okay, then we have the abnormalities that we'll be fighting, and it's going to be the battle pass ones. So this is going to be the electric screaming sheep, as well as bygone days. Screaming sheep and bygone days, the mirror one and the charged one. Okay, so this is the cool part here, because if you recognize the animation, right, it is actually N. Faust slamming Sinclair, very law-friendly slam here, with her skill 3, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's a skill 3 there. And she has a purple aura around here, which is explained with the next dialogue here. Pekitule, this look just like us. So that is probably going to be Envy Pekitule becoming us. Envy kind of makes sense because they're envious of us and then they want to become us or something like that. So that could be cool. Maybe it'll be based off our bench characters and then they just copy our bench characters. Or maybe they pick one of our characters randomly and then they transform into them. In that case, there could be some weird team comp building where you want to have some weak IDs to this specific damage type, and then you bring all of that specific damage type to go and slap them or something. I don't know. It could be cool. Just have to see how they implement the mechanic. And of course, the last fight here is going to be the Battlepass Ego. And if we pause a little bit here, I think we can get a little bit of a blurred glimpse of the actual throne here. It's really fast though. Okay, so here we can see like that's the throne right there. He's shooting a little like string of the red rope that the ego actually has. I guess it's like some fleshy strings at this target over here, and we know that the Bind's ego is related to literally bind, right? He also has some sinking, also has some tremor, but I'm guessing it is literally going to be a binding fight. So some of our characters are probably going to get pretty slow in that fight. I wonder what the actual mechanics are going to be for that fight. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this Refraction Railway video. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. Electric Screaming Sheep and Bygone Days and the Bind's Ego, we can kind of guess like what their weaknesses and their resistances are before we even go in, as well as their archetypes. So the Bind's guy is going to be like Fatal to Sloth, Fatal to Glut, and then we also see some Gloom and Pride resistance. Electric Screaming will be some Envy resistance, some Wrath Fatality and Pride Fatality, while Electric Screaming will be Sloth, Gloom, Fatality, as well as Envy resistance, pretty much. For the Bygone, it's just going to be what, Gloom, and then Fatal to Envy, Fatal to Lust, right? It could be any one of these little variations here, but you can see like the one that they resist is usually the same. So yeah, it could be any one of the fatalities, but for the resistance, we will know that the sheep is resistant to envy and so on and so forth. It's like color, then you are resistant to that color pretty much. And then sheep's going to be an electric character based on charge count, or maybe envy damage, and then the Bygone Days is going to be related to some sinking shenanigans. While Bind Ego is just going to be some tremor shit. It could, I don't know, it could be tremor shit, it could be bind shit, it could be sinking. Like, I don't know what the final Heathcliff ID is going to be. And speaking of the final Heathcliff ID, when Refraction Railway drops, we can expect the final Heathcliff ID to finally come out. So, after Refraction Railway, it's going to be the Heathcliff ID at last, and then we will see whether he will be very, very broken, or maybe just a strong support, kind of like Ahab. Ahab is a very, very strong support, but not like super broken by herself. She just functions very well with a lot of different teams. So maybe the King in Binds will be something like that, or maybe he'll just be ridiculously broken, because before the King here, potential is kind of good, because it makes it so that your single target damage, if it's very high, it gets split into multiple attacks. So yeah, I expect the Heathcliff ID, whatever it is, to have one big hit, and that one big hit will benefit greatly from the Before the King, and maybe he will have some sinking stuff, or maybe he'll have some tremor stuff. I don't know. It's kind of like the season of tremor right now. So if Earl King were to be a tremor character, it would make sense. And if Earl King were to be a sinking character, it would probably make the most sense, because it's literally related to Linton, related to the maids, so all of them are sinking related. It just makes so much sense. Please don't be tremor. Please don't be tremor. Just be sinking. Just be sinking. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can get from this so far. They are introducing a new system into the Refraction Railway and just showed us pretty much all of the abnormalities we'll be fighting. Really, really exciting stuff. Can't wait to go through again. Can't wait to see Esgoo use all the shitty units and just go and suffer in the Refraction Railway, and then we can use all of his expressions and go and finish up the Hell screen just in time for Canto 9 for Ryoshu storyline. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video pretty much. If I missed anything, feel free to let me know. I love theory crafting, I love lore crafting in this little Limbus company. So yeah, feel free to just comment anything, as well as any mistakes I made, feel free to correct me, because I always read the comments afterwards. Alright, that's it guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I'll talk about the Dawn one in another video because it's quite late right now and I want to get to sleep. Alright, bye guys.